Okay, oh, hello. Hi, everybody. Just want to say welcome to our event, both those here in person and those on Zoom. I'm excited for the first event for the Science Learning Institute for this quarter. And we're hosting this event. We're starting a new series that's called Off the Beaten Path, High Demand Careers. Because at least in STEM, we know there are a lot of jobs out there that people just don't know about. And if you don't know about them, you don't necessarily even think to look for them. But that there's maybe a labor shortage, and so we wanted to bring forth some of these types of jobs this year through the series. So our first in the series is we titled it "Working with Robots, Intelligent Automation," and it's a field I know nothing about. But one of our speakers today, Mavis Incialan, actually approached us because she was interested in getting more college students to be aware of these jobs. So yeah, we'll hear from her, and I think somebody will join us online as well. Just to hear about what it's like to be in these jobs, and then you'll have a chance to ask any questions, and then really it's a chance to network and get to know at least Mavis in the room, and for those of you online, you can also feel free to ask your questions. So I'd love to introduce you, Mavis, up here, and you can go ahead and take it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome. I hope you are doing well. Actually, it's a great pleasure to be here with you all today. I'm Mavis. I'm founder of WIRPA, Women in RPA community. As WIRPA, we aim to support women in intelligent automation industry. And sorry for my accent, I'm still practicing. And before starting, I want to thank you, Sophia, and your team for making today possible. And I want to start by explaining what you will know by the end of this session and why I'm here. Today, we will discuss intelligent automation, and I will share some learning resources. And we will also discuss which kind of job roles and career opportunities in this field. And at the end, we will have a panel with Senior Executive Sangita Ray. She is a digital transformation leader. She will share her insights about industry with us. And how can I change?
You can just tell me.
Okay, okay. We can change. One more. Thank you. You might already know some of the things I will cover today, but I hope you will hear new things too. Let me start with introducing myself. I have a background in electronics and electromechanical engineering. And currently I'm working as a technology program manager in Burger King. And through my career, I always worked with IT and technology. And over the past 7 years, I had the opportunity to work in intelligent automation projects. At the beginning of this year, I founded WIRPA, Women in Robotic Process Automation community. And welcome. And as WIRPA, our aim is to support women in their intelligent automation journey, and who are at the beginning of their automation journey, or who wants to enter this field but need a guidance. We are here for you. And I want to first talk about technology trends and their impact of business world. And if you want to join us, you can join us in our LinkedIn page. Yeah, as I said, I want to first talk about technology trends and how these trends are transforming the business world. What you see here is making this top technologies report. Of course, all of these technologies are really valuable, but today I will highlight three of them. Next level process automation. One more list of them. Next level process automation, applied AI, and future of programming. Process automation includes both physical robots and intelligent automation software robots. Applied AI covers intelligent automation, and future of programming naturally covers AI. Next slide. But I would like to, according to McKinsey, next level process automation will affect the business work and 50% of today's work activities could be automated until 2025. This is really important and the opportunity I want to share with you today. And next slide. Okay, now, what is intelligent automation? First, I want to start with explaining automation to you with two basic processes from my company. Imagine you are working in a company with approximately 500 employees. And in our company, if it is your birthday, you will receive a birthday mail. And how it happens? Somebody from HR department every morning checks the birthday list and found whose birthday is today. And find these people's email address and create custom email for them and send it to them. So this process takes approximately 30 minutes every morning. But now we are doing it with software robots. So this is process automation. Because robots can do this, robots can download the Excel sheets, can search the dates, can send emails. Now we are doing it with robots and other process. Energy invoice management process. You know, in work, I said I'm working in Burger King, and we have thousands of restaurants, and every month, utility bills, restaurant managers receiving utility bills, and this is one employee's responsibility to enter this total amount to the companies. So it takes long time, and it was just the responsibility of one employee. So now we are doing exactly the same work with software robots, and that people spend his time with more creative works. So, where is the intelligent part? So, this is just process automation. Intelligent part is that with intelligent automation combines the AI with muscle power of automation. So, in intelligent part, we are doing some analysis with the this energy invoices. We check if it's okay according to previous months, or this process can suggest us something if there is any fraud, anomalies, and this is the intelligent part. There are also different processes like that, and actually, today I will not give you more technical details. I will share the opportunities with you. But if you are interested, I can share more processes like that. And next one. So, as I said, software robots can fill in forms, make calculations, log into an application, and next one, please. So, it means cost savings because you can do with more work with exactly the same number of employees with same thing, because now you have a digital assistant or digital, actually not assistant, exactly you have a digital colleague who works 24 hours and don't go on holiday or always and always working for you. So it means also accuracy because robots don't do mistakes. They will do just what you learn and what learned from them. And it means, of course, increased productivity. So companies solve it. And nowadays, millions of investments in we are talking when about intelligent automation. And there are lots of, in couple of years, there are lots of intelligent automation startups. And corporate companies started to create their own intelligent automation teams. So it's a huge opportunity and hype is coming here. And I want to give information to you about how you can be part of that. Can we change? Okay. You can clearly see how much are saved and how companies gain productivity from this slide. It's okay. And as you see, if you search intelligent automation in jobs or people, you can see, I did this research just yesterday. 5,000 open jobs now in industry because companies looking for not senior executives. They are looking for people who want to enter this field, who has just basic maybe knowledge, but because they want to create their own teams, and there are lots of job opportunities. So, and of course, there are different career paths in automation world, such as automation solution architect, automation developer, business analyst, project manager, and each role requires a different set of skills. As an example, developers do the development and testing. If you are a business analyst, you are searching for opportunities of automation. If you are project manager, you have other responsibilities like managing people, and architects, the ones who choose the right technology. And as you can see, there isn't just one person who is doing all the work from beginning to end. This is team effort, and you can be part of this. So you don't have to be a programmer or just the management part. You can choose the career path that suits you best. So if you decide to enter this field, how you will do? Before sharing this, I also want to give an information about automation development platforms. They are low-code platforms. And it means you can do the development just drag and drop. It's really easy to develop an automation software. So it's not a hard coding process. So next one. So how you will start. I will share educational resources to provide the starting point. Actually, UiPath Academy, Automation Anywhere University, Blueprint Learning, and Udemy are the best of them. And UiPath Automation Anywhere and Blueprint are industry leaders, and they have a huge learning platform, totally free, and they have a program that is doing it. And next one, please. And this platform is just not just a video or just a couple of hours. As you can see, you can check learning plans, different career paths. It's 43 hours videos and opportunities for automation developer training. And if you want to be an just AI associate, there is another 38 hours training. And this is step by step and do not require any knowledge. You can start from zero. And the next one, please. Next one. This is from Automation Anywhere. And when you complete this learning test, you receive a certificate that you can use in your resume. And this is the thing that you can connect with companies if you have this certificate. This is proof that you know something. And next one. And we will start our panel, but before starting, one thing I want to mention, one thing you can do is to build relationships that support your careers. It can be your boss, peers, mentors. And as WIRPA, we are launching our mentorship program for college students can learn from industry experts. You can check the details of our mentorship program from our website, and we would be happy to guide with this program. You can check. And if Sangita is here.
I think she is. Sangita, are you there? Great. Well, we're going to
Hello,
pin you.
everyone.
So
Yes, I'm on.
there we go.
Hi, Sangita. How are you? Welcome.
Hi, I'm good. Good to see you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Sangita, as I said, is a industry leader, digital transformation leader, and industry expert. Today, she will share her valuable insights. Can I sit here or?
Yeah, you're good.
Valuable insights with us. Thank you again, Sangita, for coming today.
Of course.
I want to start with asking, can you share a bit about your journey to becoming the customer success leader at UiPath and the Women in Automation program leaders? What inspired you to work in this field, actually?
Absolutely, would be happy to share. So my journey to becoming a customer success leader at UiPath has been shaped, I would say, by over 15 plus years of experience in digital acceleration and automation. I began my career in roles that combined my engineering background with program management, project management, so allowing me to understand both the technical intricacies as well as focusing on the strategic aspects, the holistic picture of the client engagement. So transitioning to customer success was more of a natural evolution for me. I realized that my strength lie not only in helping my customers navigate their automation journeys, but also making sure that they really get meaningful outcomes and the value from the technology. So I had the privilege of leading amazing teams to support multiple Fortune 100 and 500 companies across various industries in high tech, retail, CPG, banking, and insurance. And as for my role and leader in Women in Automation community at UiPath, this position is really very close to my heart. I always have been passionate about advocating and elevating women in technology, especially fields like automation where representation is still very lacking. And to your question, Mavis, I would say that my inspiration came primarily from my experiences. I came to US as an international student almost 20 years back for my MBA. And I was very fortunate to get support from some amazing women throughout my entire journey who are my mentors, my role models. And I really want to give back because I believe that creating supportive communities is really essential for empowering women to thrive. And it's my privilege that I can make an impact in this field.
Yes, thanks. You are doing a lot for women. Thank you for that, and you are a great inspiration for us. Thank you for explaining your story. And what does a day in your life look like as a customer success leader? Are there any routines or habits that help you stay focused and motivated? And how do you balance the technical and people-oriented aspects of your role? Can you share a little bit
Of
about that?
course. Yeah. I think I would start by saying that no 2 days are same. Every day bring its own challenges and experiences. Overall, if I have to summarize, I would say that my days involve a dynamic mix of client engagement, given I'm in customer success, team collaboration, and a lot of strategic planning as well. And our platform is always evolving. So there is a lot of enablement sessions I need to attend to keep myself updated with the industry, with the UiPath technology. And then there's a lot of admin stuff as well, tracking the KPIs, reports for the management teams and stuff like that. There's a lot on a plate, so I absolutely have to put some key habits in place to stay focused and motivated. One of the things I do is I set some time for some deep work to free myself from these distractions. Otherwise, it's always Slack messages and emails. So I really set some time, focused time to focus on those strategic initiatives or the complex problem solving. Another thing which really helps me is being very diligent about the to-do list, like distinguishing like what is important versus what is urgent. What do I really need to do myself versus what I can delegate to my team? Also, I really am a big believer in taking short breaks throughout the day, which really helps me recharge my energy and maintain productivity as well.
Thank you,
Well,
Sangita.
yeah. I think one of your questions were also about technical, balancing the technical and people-oriented aspects.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that sort of comes naturally to me, given I'm an engineer and like I have my MBA. I genuinely enjoy engaging with clients. I leverage my technical background to understand the products, their pain points, and help them in the automation journey. But at the same time, I really prioritize building the trust and the rapport with the customers, with the internal cross-functional teams, because without strong relationships, it's really difficult. Strong relationships really help in collaboration and bring out the outcomes we need.
Thank you, Sangita. And how do you stay motivated and continue to grow when you reach a point where you feel comfortable or settled in your role as a leader?
Yeah. I think what really keeps me motivated is a hunger for that intellectual stimulation and that desire to constantly evolve. I personally am a strong believer of continuous learning and fostering a growth mindset. So whenever I feel too comfortable, I really see that as a cue to seek new challenges. And depending on where I am, it could be different things. It could be taking on additional responsibilities, a stretch role, or maybe volunteering for cross-functional strategic initiatives that go beyond my day-to-day responsibilities. One of the recent examples I can share, I'm very passionate about bridging the gap between academia and the corporate world. So for that reason, I'm actually very happy to be here in this session. Thanks for having me. So as I was saying, I'm very passionate about bridging the gap between academia and the corporate world, and especially when it comes to nurturing young talent. So recently, I stepped up to lead our first internship program in our customer success organizations at UiPath. We had never done it earlier, but I stepped up and I said that I really want to do that. I think it's going to be valuable. And it was a huge success. I was able to mentor 7 extremely talented college students, but we also were able to generate very meaningful projects, which significantly enhanced my team's productivity. And we were able to tackle areas which my team did not have capacity to address.
Thank you, Sangita. And now, we are here with lots of college students. And when you're looking back, there are times when certain steps or milestones seem much harder than they actually were once you experience them, especially in younger times of us. What advice would you give to young people who tend to see things as more difficult than they are? Do you have any personal stories where you realized something wasn't as hard as it first seemed?
That's actually a tough one. It's a great question, Mavis. So I actually was just reading an article a few weeks back that 70% of people experience imposter syndrome. at some point in the career, and women in particular are disproportionately affected by it. Looking back at my own journey, I remember when I wanted to pivot from leading SaaS implementations to a customer success role almost 7 years back. And although I had a wealth of transferable skills and a stellar track record, I did feel overwhelmed, and I was really unsure about how can I go about making that transition. And the market was very competitive. It was filled with customer success talent. But then I was really driven. I really wanted to make the shift, which really fueled my determination. But then I knew that I have to come up with a strategy to really convert my aspirations into outcomes. So to do that, I took some trainings, which would help me actually speak the customer success language fluently. I worked with a resume coach to revamp my resume so that it really highlights the skill which are relevant to customer success positions. And then I also tapped into my network, reaching out to the professionals who are already in those kind of roles to get additional guidance and insights. And then within 3 months, my efforts really paid off. I lined up with multiple job offers, including one which had nearly 50% bump from my previous compensation. So yes, it was work, but then I was overwhelmed, but then putting a strategy, executing the strategy really, really works. So if I have to say what is my advice to young people, I would absolutely say that cultivate that growth mindset. Break down those big challenges into smaller, manageable chunks. And then the people around you, leverage your network, seek the guidance when you need, find mentors who can support you. And then always remember that we all have that inner critic, that voice which comes up and questions our abilities and holds us back from taking the risk. So it's really very important to recognize that inner critic and realize that it's just a reflection of fear. It's not the truth about your capabilities. It's just a fear. Managing that inner dialogue can be really very transformative.
Thank you, Sangita. And yeah, everyone receives help from others. Just ask for help when you're in situation. I always try to communicate with people, and you have to build relationships that will help you, guide you. This is very normal. We can't do everything by our own. I think. Thank you for this insight and your personal stories, Sangita. And I want to continue with a little intelligent automation part. What excites you the most about the future of automation and its potential impact on the next generation of women entering the tech world? And could you share your thoughts on how automation and AI are impacting job markets globally?
I mean, I would say AI and automation are reshaping the market so significantly. Like they're creating a blend of opportunities, but then challenges as well. Many of the traditional roles may become very obsolete. And in addition to that, new roles will be emerging as well, which will require skills in managing and interpreting AI-driven systems. I'm in customer success, but with AI, the customer success roles in 5 years from now will be very significantly different. So I would say that jobs focused on data analysis, the AI ethics, and automation management overall are really on rise, and they emphasize the need for continuous learning and adaptability. And that actually excites me because this evolution creates a very unique opportunity for women to upskill and position themselves in these emerging fields. I'm excited about the whole transformative potential to totally redefine industries and create opportunities of innovation for women. Women are more creative. They're better in strategic thinking as well. So embracing these technologies, I think the woman can really break down the barriers, redefine their career paths, and make substantial contributions in the field.
And what advice would you give to young women who are interested in pursuing careers in automation and technology, but may feel intimidated or unsure where to start? And what would be the first step you take to build a career in automation? And what kind of support or resources does UiPath offer to help those new to automation start learning and developing their skills?
Sure. I think first and foremost, I really want to reassure everybody that feeling intimidated is completely normal. But just don't let that hold you back. My advice would again be to embrace that growth mindset and remember that some action is better than no action. So just get on it. My top 4 tips would be start with education. There are a lot of online resources which can help you build that foundational knowledge of automation and technology. UiPath has a wealth of free courses in RPA. I believe you were actually sharing that when I joined the Zoom. So we have a lot of UiPath Academy trainings. So get started with that. It could be a great starting point, and you can actually get certifications as well, which would be great for your resumes and LinkedIn profile. And then once you have that basic understanding, get some hands-on experience. UiPath offers some community editions of the software where you can actually go in for free and create your own automation projects. So that experience would really help boost your confidence. And then the next thing I would say is attend workshops and webinars and join communities. We very often host webinars. I believe you were talking about that as well, Mavis, when I joined. So we host a lot of webinars and workshops to cover various topics. These events can really help you get a better understanding, exposed to the industry trends. And not only that, you can actually connect with other professionals in the field too.
Thank you. And I want to ask some personal questions too.
Sure.
And are there any books, podcasts, apps, or other resources you would recommend to students for their personal or professional development?
Absolutely. So one of the books I personally found very impactful was "Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office." I know the title. I'm not sure if you heard of it, but it was a book I read shortly after completing my MBA 15 years back, and it really shaped my perspective on professional growth, making me more self-aware of behaviors that could hold me back. Another powerful recommendation is "Hidden Potential" by Adam Grant. This really presents a fresh framework for raising aspirations and exceeding expectations. And personally, I'm a big fan of LinkedIn Learning. Like I use it very frequently for various kind of trainings, whether it is soft skills like negotiation or problem solving, or maybe any hardcore topics like AI for business users, Salesforce, and so on. And then there are a lot of webinars LinkedIn offers as well, which can be really very powerful.
And what's one thing on your bucket list that you are excited to cross off? Could you please share it with us?
Yeah. I'm a big nature lover, so one of the things I'm really excited to cross off my list is hiking on the Inca Trail at Machu Picchu. It really has been a dream of mine to really take that breathtaking journey not only for the sense of accomplishment, but also the connection to the history it offers. So that's definitely in my list, which I would be looking forward to cross off.
Great. Thank you for sharing. And do you have a favorite place in Bay Area that you love to visit? And could you share your favorite restaurant with us?
Sure, yeah. I think Bay Area has such amazing places to visit. One of my favorite places is actually Mendocino on the Northern California coast. It's around 2 hours from where I live. I live in Pleasanton, the East Bay. And we go there multiple times every year. Whenever we can sneak in a long weekend, we go there. It's beautiful, peaceful escape from the Bay Area, the ocean views, the redwoods, the cliffs. It's just amazing. Very nice vibe overall. And favorite restaurant, I would say, isn't actually Pleasanton downtown. It's called Noni's Bistro. It's very charming, cozy. It has a European inspired atmosphere. And the brunch and dinner menu is really to die for. I love their egg Benedict for brunch, and their seafood risotto is absolutely a must try.
Thank you, Sangita. It was great to learn your perspective, your life. You're really inspirational for us. And finally, do you have any recommendations or what young professionals should pay attention to? If you have any words, this is our final question. Thank you for joining.
So I missed the last question. Say that once again, sorry.
Do you have any recommendations or general words for which young professionals should pay attention to?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I would say that AI and automation is such an evolving at such an incredible pace. Like when we talk about automation, a few years back, it was just RPA, the robotic process automation. But now it's all about hyper automation. Like it has variety of technologies like communication mining, process mining, task mining, and the integration with AI has been a real game changer for sure. In addition to that, there are a lot of low code and no code platforms. So these platforms really democratize the automation and the AI development, allowing for individuals who have minimal coding experience to build applications. So I would absolutely encourage students and young professionals to familiarize themselves with these tools, which can really lead to rapid development. AI is also used a lot with customer experience. So understanding AI's roles in enhancing customer experience can be really great. And if you're looking for anything niche in particular, I would say that AI ethics and governance is a great area to get familiar with. And that can really set you apart in the job market.
Thank you very much, Sangita, for your insights. Thank you for joining. It was great to hear your thoughts about the industry. And
Absolutely.
We want to see if students have any questions, maybe for either of you, and there's students in the room as well as on Zoom. If anybody has any questions they want to ask either of our guests before we wrap up, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so the question was, will the slides be posted? If you signed in here, then we will send them to you. So make sure your email is legible. And those online, if you signed up for the event, which is I guess how you got the Zoom, we'll be sending it out to whoever signed up for the event. Yeah. Any other questions either in the room or on the, yeah.
I'm curious, like, would you like focus on in like the industry, like, would you actually that?
For Sangita? Yeah, Sangita, I don't know if you heard that. The student in the room was asking, what do you actually work on? What are like, if you can explain maybe in plain speak what you actually do?
Absolutely, yeah. So customer success is a role, as the term explains, right? It's all about ensuring that my customer is successful. So they use our technology, but then my team and I work with the customers and the cross-functional teams to ensure that they're really using the technology properly. So it could be about, are they really impacting proper business cases to use the technology? Do they have a proper enablement adoption strategy in place? Do we have a proper operating model so that they can use the technology? So overall, I work a lot with my customers and the internal team to make sure that they can really deliver and utilize the AI and the automation strategies. So it's a lot of cross-functional team, a lot of strategic planning, a lot of conflict management, because I might want my customer to do something which they don't want to do, but then it's really a lot of influencing and persuasion to make sure that they are set up for success.
Can I just add on to that, Sangita? It also sounded like you've got both this people facing, but also the technical facing part of your work. So that's kind of an interesting balance. If for students who are thinking about, you really like the technical, how do you find a job like that versus you really like the people, or if you like something in between, a role like yours seems like
absolutely. Customer success was really a sweet spot for me because, as I mentioned, I come from engineering background. So I'm very like analytical, hands-on, tech savvy. But then with my MBA, I really like to have that big picture, the strategic view. I love working with people. So the customer success was really the sweet spot where I could really leverage both sides of my skills and expertise. It's a great point there, Sophia.
Any other questions people have?
Well,
Say like I wanted to get an internship right now in automation, knowing nothing about automation. How would you go about that? So I don't know if you can see it, but.
Yep, so I'll just repeat the question. The student's asking if they were wanting an internship right now in the field, but has no experience, what would be some steps for them to go in that direction? I think that's a great question. Because I think a lot of students are really thinking about how you get experience in the field if you don't have experience yet.
I would say that internship is an absolutely great opportunity, and UiPath has a big internship program, so definitely keep an eye for that. And the recent trend I'm seeing across the whole industry is every big company has huge internship programs, and they have externship programs as well. So really leverage your network, keep an eye, follow those companies on the LinkedIn to make sure that whenever those opportunities come in, you're right there to apply and get started. The internship program I talked about, which we had at UiPath, all those students had absolutely no experience in the past, but when they left UiPath, they were all pretty hands-on experienced with actually doing their RPA automations and stuff.
I just want to reiterate that if y'all heard, hopefully y'all have a LinkedIn profile is number one. And then number two, find out what companies are doing intelligent automation and follow them, because they'll post on their LinkedIn pages, oh, we have internship postings are out now. So I think that's a great thing, just to like make sure you do that with any company, no matter what the field is. Follow the companies you're interested in.
And I would also say there are a lot of other organizations like She Can Code, rewriting the code and stuff like that, who really work with different companies and the students to make sure to connect them, the academia and the corporate world. So become a part of those organizations as well. They host a lot of career fairs and stuff like that.
And you sometimes we share some opportunities in our LinkedIn platform. We have lots of supporters like executives like Sangita, and UiPath also has very special programs about which learn development and other fields of intelligent automation. You can just apply for them. We will be happy to guide you.
Yeah, so a reminder to follow WIRPA, which is WIRPA on LinkedIn. We can get more connected.
Yes, we will share most of them.
Any other questions? Yeah, Aldo.
So
Sangita?
talked about, well, my question is for both. So talk about like that growth mindset. So at some point you determine that you're feeling like too comfortable, and then you're like trying to find like the next step that you can take to like keep like developing yourself. So my question for both of you would be like, how would you determine when everything is getting like too comfortable, and what are like the steps you take to like over past that?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Mavis?
Actually, training makes me comfortable always, because my anxiety coming from that not knowing what's going on. So if you enter the field, complete some trainings, and if when I met the people around industry, I saw that they also have some failures. This is very normal. This is life. How much you try to into this field, you will see it's not very hard to take steps. And I suggest doing a lot of trainings, complete them, and then you will feel more comfortable. Then the doors will open because you will be in the environment. Sangita, what would you say?
Yeah, sure. I think I realize that I'm comfortable when I'm getting bored. I'm very passionate about work, but if I feel that I'm not intellectually stimulated, I'm like, yes, I've done it, I've seen it, I'm not learning anything new. So I'm in a comfort zone. And although it is very comfortable, it's not helping me grow. So that's one of my cues. Another cue has been, I actually remember in one of my previous jobs, I had got so expert in doing my stuff. I would be done with my work in half a day. Like my half an hour calls would be done in 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, now what? What do I do with my time? So that really drove me to really push myself to the next level and think about what I want my next role to be. Is it a leadership role? Is it a new technology? And to your question, how to go about it? Networking is a really, really big thing. Try to talk to people, talk to them about your passion, about your strengths, about things maybe you don't have experience, but tell them that this is something you want to gain experience on. Stay connected with the broader industry. There are a lot of conferences, a lot of workshops, in-person events, as well as on LinkedIn as well. And people are really willing to help. So don't shy away from reaching out to people.
Thank you.
Of course.
Anyone else? Anyone online? Okay, well, Sangita, maybe we'll let you go and then we'll close down the Zoom room in a few minutes, but just want to thank you so much, unless, do you have another plan for Sangita?
No, thank you, Sangita. Thank you. If you want to tell something, that's our fine.
Yeah, any last words from you before we let you go?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that I'm really a strong advocate for nurturing young talent and a champion of elevating women in technology as well. So really honored to be here today. Thanks for having me. And please feel free to be in touch if anybody wants any additional help, any mentorship, or any guidance as you're looking through your career. Feel free to tap into me.
Maybe we can, if you don't mind in the chat, at least for the people online, you could put in your LinkedIn profile. And then for the people in the room, I'll find her LinkedIn profile and send it out along with the slides, and along with Mavis's LinkedIn. Because that would be a good way to connect. You can say, oh, I saw you speak at the Foothill event, would love to chat with you more about what you do, especially if you're really interested in internships, maybe you might want to talk with her.
Absolutely, would be happy to.
Great. As you're doing that, I just want to wrap up with a few slides for everybody to see. So coming up, there are a couple more events related to AI and careers. Tomorrow, actually, we have an AI career panel on Zoom. So that's the RSVP link to get the Zoom link. And there are going to be 3 people, somebody who works at NVIDIA, somebody who works at the Stanford Center for AI in Medicine and Imaging, and then somebody who is a co-founder of a startup called Prompt AI. So please join us for any of those events. Next week, there's a career fair on Wednesday, and actually there's a transfer fair happening at the same time. So if you're here that day and want to double team, make sure you go to those events. And then finally, would love for people to just share some feedback with us about the event today. For those of you in the room, there's a QR code on the back there. For those of you on Zoom, if you don't mind just grabbing this off the screen, that would be great. But can we thank Sangita and Mavis today? And for those of you in the room, feel free to stay around and network. We'll close out the Zoom room in just a little bit, but thank the group here for presenting with us today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sangita.
Thank you, Sangita. Bye.
Okay, I'll leave that up there. We'll just leave the Zoom if people want to listen in, but feel free if any students want to talk to Mavis, have some specific questions. Make sure you fill out the survey if y'all could, grab some fruit and cookies.
And you can always contact me on LinkedIn if you can send email to me.
Yeah, there's probably not many Mavis Incialans on LinkedIn, right? So you can find her pretty easily. And then were there some gifts? Did you want to share with me?
Yeah, everyone say.
Did everybody get a Starbucks gift card today?
Oh.
Yeah. Just for coming, you get a Starbucks gift card. Not for everybody at home, sorry. Did you all get one? Can you sign this too? Thank you. Make sure you sign it. There's a clipboard back there. Did you sign it also? Okay. Oh, what is this? Is this a raffle? Oh, cool. Although, did you get one?
No.
All right. Did you get one? Oh, no, this one's for everybody, and then there's also a raffle.
Yeah.
Did you get a card?
Oh, we do.
Oh, you did. Or you have, oh, I can get a card.
Ah,
Okay. Oh, did not everybody get the gift card?
And not someone.
Okay.
Everybody got gift cards, but the draw is for months.
Oh, okay. Did anybody else get a
So
one?
you got like.
Here, I'm gonna open this up. Did anyone else draw the gift card? No? Who did? You got it? Oh, she got the gift, the one.
I got the,
Oh, the gift card. I think everybody got a gift card. Okay, so yeah, feel free to chat more about this. And then thanks all for coming.
Thank you for today the opportunity. I was so happy to check you on LinkedIn email, which you prefer. And you can join our mentorship program. It would be.
What company do you work at? Because maybe you.
I'm working in fast food investments with the owner of Burger King, Popeyes, Arby's, and
And you're all incorporating some
Yeah.
information.
and I'm responsible for automation programs of all ecosystem companies. For Burger King, Arby's, we have lots of ecosystem companies with logistics, restaurants, and I'm doing all intelligent program. And I would be happy to have you in this area.
Do you all have an internship program?
Not now, but for summer, if we have, I will share it. But this is not just for my company. We have lots of supporters in WIRPA, and sometimes they share internship programs with me. And if I have the communication with you, I can share internship opportunities directly with our students.
But yeah, feel free to. Thanks, everybody on Zoom. We're gonna close the Zoom room now. Bye.